After days of protests that brought this crossing between Michigan and Ontario to a standstill, police and SWAT teams moved in to put a stop to the week-long blockade.
You have a vehicle that's parked in here. We're asking you to move it.
Authorities towed cars and pickup trucks and arrested a handful of protesters. The blockade was so effective it caused disruptions at some U.S. auto plants.
It's just one more thing that is challenging auto production. I would think that plants would start up early next week.
The protests have caused some provinces in Canada to drop or scale back COVID restrictions. Ontario Premier Doug Ford and his cabinet will meet today to discuss how and when to lift rules on vaccine passports and mask requirements. There continue to be large protests in Europe against COVID restrictions, including in the Netherlands and France, where police used tear gas on demonstrators. One U.S. lawmaker is showing his support as there's talk of trucker protests spreading to America.
I'm all for it. Civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is a time-honored tradition in our country, from slavery to civil rights to you name it. Peaceful protest, clog things up, make people think about the mandates.
Meanwhile, another blockade is forming in Buffalo at the Peace Bridge into Canada. New York's governor says authorities will move in to deal with any blockade of the border. The Department of Homeland Security has distributed a bulletin to law enforcement agencies warning that a convoy of protesting truckers will potentially begin in California as early as mid-February and arrive in Washington, D.C. as late as mid-March. Dale Hurd, CBN News.